Hi, hello, and welcome back to this week's update for our gold making challenge this year. The aim is to try and make 10 million gold over the course of the year. We're breaking it into week by week segments, which means each week we're trying to make 200,000 gold. Last week was abysmally bad, so we're back this week hoping to do a little bit better. We were hoping this week for, our aim was 200. I was hoping to get 300,000 to try and start gaining back what I missed the week before. But we did okay. This week we made 262,711 gold, which is fairly okay. You know, we were only about 40k off our added up goal, which is not too bad. It could be a lot worse. To break that down in terms of what sold and what didn't, we made 112 of that on my second account, and to be honest, almost the entire 112 was from the sale of a replica item that I picked up at the fair last week. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but it sold for 100k, and it was a nice little boost to the week. So that's why I'm always in our newsletters and everything else, I'm always encouraging my followers and people that tune into the streams and stuff to go and to pick up their coins from the Darkmoon Fair on their alts, just because you never know when you might sell one of those pieces for a nice little sum of gold. The other part that we made on account number 1, which was 150,000 gold. If we take a look at that, it's telling us that this week, going to pass 7 days here, and I've selected all characters and guilds, and if we just go here, we go to past 7 days. So there's our past 7 days as it stands. It's telling us here that our total amount earned is 195,000, which it is. We earned 195,000 gold, but we also down here we spent 40,000 gold on materials and things like that as well. So that's what that works out to 150 of profit. There you go, total profit 152. Average profit per day was about 25, so it was just a little bit under. Most profitable item was river blood. On Monday's stream we were doing some material flipping, so we bought out a bunch of cheap river blood, we stacked it, and we pretty stacked it, and we resold it. And to be honest, all the herbs that we bought had sold before the stream had even ended, almost an hour later, so it was a pretty quick turnover. So that was our most profitable item this week. The top item that we sold were hexweave bags. I think I made 5 or 6 hexweave bags every so often. I always do my hexweave cooldown on my tailor, and I always have his garrison churning out hexweave, and then every so often I'll just make a whole bunch of bags and I'll sell those. So those still make a tidy 10 to 15k every time I do that. So they were a pretty good one this week. I do have, however, still got a jeweled onyx panther, and I believe 3 of the lesser panthers still in my auction house inventory. They didn't sell this week. I also have a golem ready to sell, and I have another one ready to make in a day or two. So I have those still to move this week. We also picked up a toy for flipping, which I'm hoping turns over fairly soon as well. But those are higher priced items, and I only mention them because I think a lot of the time, sometimes when we have slower weeks, and this wasn't a slower week, we hit our targets this week, but just so that you know that this investment, this 40k investment, was a lot of that we haven't seen the payback for that yet. So what I'm trying to say is, when you're thinking about gold making, don't get disheartened if you don't make as much as you'd like to have made in any particular week. Because a lot of the time, if you're spending your gold wisely, it's an investment. It might not pay off immediately, but it does mean that you have that item, and that item should retain its value. If it's, should retain its value, at least retain some value, at least more value than you put into it. So with that in mind, don't get too disheartened if your numbers go down, because a lot of the time when they go down, like for us last week, it's because we were investing in materials that we are now using to turn around into gold. So hopefully that will come back to us in the long run, but just week to week sometimes it can be a bit disheartening when you have a sort of a heavy restock week. But don't let it stop you, don't let it keep you down, just keep going, make the next week better. Remember that you've got to put money in a lot of the time to get money out. So basically we hit our targets this week, all's going well. Our current running total is 800,000 gold, so almost at the million. I'm hoping by the end of this week at least we'll be at our first million gold. Not quite within the month, but you know, every little helps. We're going to see how we can do going forth. I also this month popped onto another realm with some pets, and those haven't sold yet because it is a smaller realm. That was why I moved. I'm on a high pop realm, and because I'm on a high pop realm, the pet prices are not as good here. You get better prices for them on lower pop realms, but you also get a slower sale rate. But I'm hoping some of those turn over. I'm trying to keep an eye on it as often as I can, which is not as often as I'd like, but you know, we're getting there. Still farming some recipes and things on a few characters. I spent a lot of this week. I was a fool, and I thought I had already got farmed up all of the Lunar Festival pets and not pets, toys and things on my alts. And when I went to go and check to pick up some of the fireworks that you can buy, because I'm going to flip those now when the event ends, I realized that I didn't have any of the toys. And there was 12 of them. There's like 12 toys from the Lunar Festival. So I spent a lot of my week frantically collecting Elder's coins to try and get those. Before that ended, I got about half my characters done in the Darkmoon Fair, but you know, the Darkmoon Fair will be back next month, and the Lunar Festival is going to be away for a year. So I got the Lunar Festival done, I got all the toys collected, I got the new toy collected. There was like a Hearthstone thing. It's all good. I even managed to pick up about maybe 5, I think, of the recipes. I haven't actually taken stock yet because I was honestly in such a panic because I'm such a nerd. But yes, I picked up about 5 of the new recipes. But I'm going to try and flip those this week as well. Fingers crossed. They're probably going to take a little while to sell. I'm not expecting them to go fast, but they should be tidy if and when they do sell. They honestly didn't cost me any investment except enough time to run around and collect 5 Elder Stones, which took maybe 10-15 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. What I'm going to do this week on stream is we are going to do a big look into crafting. In March on the streams, I'm going to start setting up our own custom personalized TSM profile. So to do that, I want to know what I'm doing. I want to know what I'm working with when I go into that. So the next 2 weeks, I want to take a big look at crafting, a big look at what's selling for me and the materials that I need for it, so that I can both work out what's most profitable and what materials that I need to keep on stock and to keep, you know, farm maybe, or to restock often and things like that. So I basically want to get a really good intimate knowledge of my professions and using them the way that works best for me. So I'm going to try and start doing that this week. I'm also aware that Super Squirt is coming up next Sunday, so by the time we speak next time, it's going to be over. So if you have any pets to level, Super Squirt is when you want to level them. It's going to be next Sunday for the EU players, and basically what you want to do is it's going to be the Menagerie Squirt daily. She has the 3 Diablo pets, and it's also Pet Week next week starting on Wednesday. So basically you get double experience, which means you can level a pet from level 1 to level 25 in 2 fights, and it's so quick and easy. It is the best way to level pets, hands down. So I'm going to be doing that all day on Sunday, and I'm hoping to level up some things that I can sell, or you know, move on to my other server and try and sell there and things like that. So that is what I'm going to be doing with Sunday. That's my investment piece for this week. Over streams this week, like I said, we're going to be doing some crafting and stuff, so if you want to find those, you can find the links, I believe, above and below. So we're going to be doing that this week, and fingers crossed we can have another good week, and if we're very lucky, a lot of those mounts and things that we have sitting on the auction house will actually sell this week, and we will be rolling in it. It'll be happy days. Anyway, Until then, friends, I am going to go because I fear like this is going to be a longer one this week. Unintentionally. So I'm going to go, friends. Let me know, as always, in the comments down below or in our Discord channel or wherever suits you. Let me know how you're doing, because honestly, nothing makes my day more than knowing that you guys are making gold as well. Until then, happy hunting.